Good morning, students. Welcome back to online session. Today I'm going to explain lithium ion batteries. Lithium ion batteries are also called as secondary lithium batteries or rechargeable lithium batteries. But before going to see the lithium ion batteries, let us just recall what is mean by the battery and how many types of batteries do we have. Battery is nothing but it is the combination of various number of electrochemical cells, or it is a combination of two or more than two electrochemical cells. So when two or more electrochemical cells are arranging in the series, we can form the battery cell. Yes, so in battery, it is containing a large number of electrochemical cells. You know what is a single cell? The single cell is nothing but it is containing anode, cathode and the electrolyte. That is a single cell. But the battery is containing a large number of electrochemical cells in the series. That is mean by the battery. So let us see the battery definition. Two or more electrochemical cells electrically interconnected. So here all electrochemical cells are electrically interconnected, each of which contains two electrodes and an electrolyte. The redox reactions that occur at these electrodes convert electrochemical energy into electrical energy. So here each of which contains two electrodes and an electrolyte. That means every cell is containing two electrodes, electrolyte. So if we have two cells in the battery, every cell is containing two electrodes and one electrolytic solution. And the redox reactions that occur at these electrodes convert chemical energy into electrical energy. So at every cell, the redox reactions takes place here. Redox reactions are nothing but the chemical energy. This chemical energy converts to electrical energy. Yes, so in the batteries, the chemical energy converts to electrical energy if it is a primary battery. But if it is a secondary battery, chemical energy converts to electrical energy and also electrical energy converts to the chemical energy. Yes, that is mean by the primary battery and the secondary battery. In everyday usage, battery is also used to refer as a single cell. The solid state batteries are the batteries in which the electrolyte is in solid state. So whatever the battery we are using in the daily wise, those are especially in the solid state. So those batteries are called solid state batteries. Why we are calling the solid state batteries? Because the batteries are containing the solid electrolyte. That means electrolyte is not in the form of liquid. Electrolyte is in the form of paste. That means it is in the molten state. So there is no leakage of electrolyte in the case of solid state batteries. Yes. So the batteries whatever we are using in the daily, those are the solid state batteries, which is responsible for the conduction of ions from one electrode to another electrode. So what is responsible here? Electrolyte is responsible for transfer of ions from one electrode to another electrode. That is mean by the battery. Just let us recall the types of batteries. We know how many types of batteries do we have. Totally we are having three types of batteries: primary battery, secondary battery and the fuel cells. Fuel cells are also called as flow batteries. Primary batteries are called non-rechargeable batteries. Secondary batteries are called rechargeable batteries. Fuel cells are also called as the flow batteries. But now just I want to compare the primary batteries and secondary batteries. So I have taken only primary and the secondary batteries. Already we discussed what is the flow battery. Again we will see in the next class. Primary battery is nothing but non-rechargeable battery. The electrochemical reaction is not reversible. That means the reaction is the single direction. That means only the reactants are converts to the products, but not products are converts to the reactants in the primary battery. During discharging process, the chemical compounds are permanently changed and electrical energy is released until the original compounds are completely exhausted. So what is mean by that? Before that, we know what is mean by the battery. Battery is nothing but it is a storage device. What it is storing? It is storing the chemical energy. Whatever the chemical energy is storing, that is converts to the electrical energy in the discharging process. But what am I saying here? The primary batteries are the unidirection reactions. That means here the reactants are converts to the products. What is reactant here? The stored chemical energy is the reactant. Yes, that chemical energy is converts to the electrical energy until and unless the complete chemical energy converts to the electrical energy. That means until the reactants are converts to the products, this reaction takes place. That is primary batteries. But after complete discharging, after completely battery dead, we can't recharge like our mobile phone batteries. That means these batteries are non-rechargeable batteries. So once it is completely dead, we can't reuse such type of batteries. So we can use the primary batteries only once. We can't use these batteries again. That means there is no recharging for the primary batteries. So the primary batteries are called non-rechargeable batteries. So in primary batteries, the electrochemical reaction is not reversible. During discharging, the chemical compounds are permanently changed and electrical energy is released until the original compounds are completely exhausted. Thus, the cell can be used only once. That is primary batteries. So now let us see the secondary batteries. In secondary batteries, the electrochemical reaction is reversible and the original chemical compounds can be reconstituted by the application of an electrical potential between the electrodes injecting energy into the cell. Yes. So in the secondary batteries, the electrochemical reaction is the reversible. You know what is mean by the reversible? Reactants are converts to the products. Products also converts to the reactants. So what is reactant here? Chemical energy. What is product here? Electrical energy. In the case of secondary batteries, chemical energy converts to electrical energy in the forward reaction. Electrical energy also converts to the chemical energy in the backward reaction. So what is forward reaction here? Discharging reaction. That means while using the battery is in the discharging mode. So when we apply the current, the reverse reaction will be takes place. That means electrical energy will be converts to the chemical energy here. Yes. So that is rechargeable battery. That means reversible battery or the rechargeable battery. Yes. So secondary batteries are called rechargeable battery. So such cells can be discharged and recharged many times like our mobile phone batteries. So in the previous class, we have seen the examples of primary battery, Leclanche cell. It is also called as zinc carbon battery. Secondary battery examples, nickel cadmium battery, lead acid battery, lithium ion batteries. Yes. So now let us start the lithium batteries. Today's topic is the lithium battery. Lithium is the lightest metal and it can float on the water. Yes, it is a very light metal. The metal is the metal weight is like our wood weight. How the wood is floating on the water, same like that lithium also floating on the water. So it is at lightest metal in the periodic table. The electrochemical properties of lithium are excellent and it is also to highly reactive metal. Among all the metals, lithium is the lightest metal and it is having more reactivity. So when the metal weight is very less, the reactivity will be more. So lithium also having high reactivity. And one more thing, in electrochemical series, lithium is the topmost metal. It is the topmost metal in the electrochemical series. The top metals are having high reduction potential value. That means lithium is having high reduction potential value, light metal, and highly reactive metal. These properties give lithium the potential to achieve very high energy and power densities in high density battery applications such as automotive and standby power. So because of these properties, what are the properties? High reactivity, high reduction potential, lightweight. It is using in the high energy batteries and the power densities and high density batteries. Lithium batteries are primary batteries and also secondary batteries. Not only primary batteries, secondary batteries also. But in primary batteries, lithium metal acts as the anode. A lithium cell can produce the voltage of 1.5 voltage to 3 voltage based on the types of materials used. So the primary lithium battery is giving around 1.5 voltage of power to 3 voltage of power. And in this battery, lithium itself acting as the anode. So let us see the classification. There you can understand well better. Types of lithium based batteries. There are two types of lithium based batteries available. One is primary lithium and the secondary lithium battery. Primary lithium batteries are simply called as the lithium battery or non-rechargeable lithium batteries. Secondary lithium batteries are called as a lithium ion battery and the rechargeable lithium batteries. Let us see in lithium batteries, that means in primary lithium batteries, a pure lithium metallic element is used as the anode. Itself acting as the anode, lithium itself acting as the anode in primary lithium batteries. These types of batteries are not rechargeable. So you know what is non-rechargeable batteries? Once the battery becomes dead, we can't reuse such type of batteries. We can't recharge such type of batteries. But in lithium ion battery, lithium compounds are used as anode. Yes, here lithium itself acting as the anode, but here lithium compounds are nothing but lithium containing compounds. Lithium containing compounds are acting as the anode in lithium ion batteries. That is the difference between the lithium batteries and the lithium ion batteries. These batteries are known as rechargeable. Therefore, lithium ion batteries are considered as best than pure lithium based batteries. So obviously, if the battery is rechargeable, that is the advantage only. Yes, so the secondary lithium batteries are best than pure lithium based batteries. So now let us see the lithium ion battery. Lithium ion batteries are secondary batteries. The battery consists of anode and the cathode. The anode is lithium dissolved as ions into a carbon. That means here lithium dissolved in the carbon, this mixture is acting as the anode in the lithium ion batteries. But the cathode material is made up of lithium liberating compounds, typically the three electroactive oxide metals, lithium cobalt oxide, lithium manganese oxide, lithium nickel oxide. So what is anode here? Lithium dissolved in the carbon. But cathode is lithium liberating compounds. What is lithium liberating compounds? The compounds which are liberating lithium, which are releasing lithium. So there are some active lithium oxides are there. Those are liberating lithium immediately. Those are lithium cobalt oxide, lithium manganese oxide, lithium nickel oxide. So these three metal oxides are liberating lithium. So these are acting as a cathode in the lithium ion battery. Lithium ion batteries are common in home electronics. They are one of the most popular types of rechargeable batteries, portable electronics, with a high energy density, tiny memory effect, and low self-discharge. Yes, so these are the characteristics and the properties of the lithium ion batteries. So whatever the devices we are using in the home, that means home electronic devices, mostly those electronic devices are having the lithium ion batteries. So finally here, the lithium ion batteries are containing anode and the cathode. Anode is lithium dissolved in the carbon. Cathode is lithium liberating compounds. Those are lithium active oxide materials. Those are cobalt oxide, manganese oxide, nickel oxides of lithium. So let us see the principle of working. During the discharging and recharging process, lithium ions are inserted or extracted from interstitial space between atomic layers within the active materials of the battery. So this battery is having the layers of structure. The lithium ion battery is having the layers of structure. In these layers, lithium ions are inserting and extracting. So here inserting is nothing but gaining of lithium ions. Extracting is nothing but removal of lithium ions. So till now we have seen the electrochemical cells, oxidation reaction and the reduction reaction. There oxidation takes place at anode, reduction takes place at cathode. Not there, everywhere at anode oxidation takes place, at cathode reduction takes place. But generally you have seen the migration of electrons or transfer of electrons from anode to cathode. Because at anode electrons are losing, at cathode those electrons are gaining. Due to the transfer of electrons only the electricity is producing in general electrochemical cells. But here, along with the electrons, lithium ions also migrating from one electrode to another electrode. So that's what here lithium ions are inserted, that means gaining, or extracted, that means removing from interstitial space between the layers of active material of the battery. Yes. So simply the lithium ion is transferred between anode and the cathode through lithium electrolyte. Yes. So here along with the electron, lithium ions also transfer from one electrode to another electrode to produce the electricity in lithium ion battery. So since neither the anode nor the cathode materials are essentially changed, the operations is safer than that of a lithium metal battery. So this is the diagram of lithium ion battery. This is the tentative diagram of the lithium ion battery. It is having the layers of structure, the layers of cathode, layers of anode, and in middle we are having electrolyte. We have seen which is acting as anode. Anode is lithium dissolved in carbon. Cathode is active metal oxides, that is lithium cobalt oxide, lithium manganese oxide, lithium vanadium oxide, or lithium nickel oxide. But here we have chosen lithium cobalt oxide as cathode. So both are having the layers of structure. In middle we are having electrolyte. Through the electrolyte, lithium ions are migrating from one electrode to another electrode. In charging process, charging means recharging. In recharging process, lithium ions are migrating from cathode to anode. But in this charging process, lithium ions are migrating from anode to cathode. So this is also another diagram. In this diagram, we have represented anode and the cathode. In middle, we are having the separator. Separator is separating anode and the cathode to avoid from the short circuit. And this is the electrolyte. This electrolyte is the medium to transfer lithium ions from one electrode to another electrode. Yes. So let us see the construction of lithium ion battery. Lithium ion cell has a 4-layer structure. Totally it is having the 4 layers. One layer is anode, one layer is cathode, one layer is separator, one layer is the electrolyte. Yes. So a positive electrode made with a lithium cobalt oxide, that means cathode, has a current collector made of the aluminum foil. So lithium cobalt oxide is coated with the aluminum foil which is acting as a cathode here. A negative electrode made with specialty carbon has a current collector of a thin copper foil. So here the lithium with cobalt coating with a copper foil is acting as the anode, and a separator between anode and the cathode is a fine porous polymer film, and also an electrolyte made with the lithium salt in an organic solvent. Yes, lithium salt mixing in the organic solvent is acting as the electrolyte here. And the electrolytes are selected in such a way that there should be an effective transport of lithium ion to the cathode during discharging process. So here whatever the electrolytes we are choosing in the lithium ion battery is play an important role here. Here the lithium ion batteries are completely depending on the nature of electrolyte. If the electrolyte is plays an important role here to transfer the lithium ions from one electrode to another electrode. So the type of conductivity of electrolyte is ionic in nature rather than the electronic here. So previously we have seen the transfer of electrons from one electrode to another electrode instead of transfer of ions from one electrode to another electrode. But whereas in lithium ion battery, lithium ions are migrating. See here, the lithium ions are migrating instead of showing the electrons here. So in discharging and recharging process, we are showing the transfer of lithium ions from one electrode to another electrode. So here type of conductivity of electrolyte is ionic, not electronic here. So let us see the working of lithium ion batteries and the reaction part. The traditional batteries are based on galvanic action, but lithium ion secondary battery depends on an intercalation mechanism. I will explain you in the next step what is intercalation mechanism. Generally in the galvanic action, what happens? Only there is a transfer of electrons. But here, rather than the secondary batteries are depends upon the intercalation mechanism. Which secondary batteries? Lithium ion secondary batteries are depends upon the intercalation mechanism. Let us see what is intercalation mechanism. This involves the insertion of lithium ions into the crystalline lattice of the host electrode without changing its crystal structure. So it is inserting the lithium ions without changing its crystal structure. So let us assume one container. When we are adding one pebble, the structure of the container is changing due to adding the pebble. But in the crystal structure of lithium ion battery, even by adding the lithium ion, even by inserting the lithium ion, there is no change of the crystal structure. These electrodes have two key properties. One is the open crystal structure, which allows the insertion or extraction of the lithium ions, and the second is the ability to accepting compensating electrons at the same time. That means along with the transfer of lithium ions from one electrode to another electrode, it is also transfers the electrons from one electrode to another electrode. In previously, all the cells we have seen that only there is a transfer of electrons. But here, along with the transfer of electrons, there is also transfer of lithium ions. So it is having the two key properties. This property of the electrodes are called intercalation host. This mechanism is called intercalation mechanism. Yes, so intercalation mechanism is nothing but which is having the two properties. One is the transfer of electrons and another is transfer of ions also. The chemical reactions that takes place inside the battery is as follows during the charging and the discharging operations. Lithium cobalt oxide and the graphite means carbon. In the charging process, lithium ions are transferred from lithium cobalt oxide to here. That means from cathode to anode. So here X number of lithium ions are migrating from here to here. Initially we are having one lithium, but from here X number of lithium ions are migrating from here to here. That means here X number of lithium ions are reducing. So we will get Li 1 minus X because X number of lithium ions are losing and X number of lithium ions are transferred to the graphite. So we got LiXC6. But in the backward reaction, the reaction will be opposite. So the forward reaction for the recharging, the backward reaction for the discharging process. So this is the crystal structure. The lithium ions are inserted and exerted into the lattice structure of anode and cathode during charging and the discharging. During discharging, current flows through external circuit and light flows. During recharging, the electrons flows in the opposite direction. So working of lithium ion batteries, the same thing. So during recharging, the lithium ions are transferred from positive electrode to negative electrode. But during discharging process, ions are transferred from negative electrode to positive electrode. At the same time, the compensating electron travel in the external circuit and are accepted by the host to balance the reaction. So that's what I said now. Along with the lithium ions, electrons also transfer from one electrode to another electrode to balance the reaction. The process is completely reversible. Thus, the lithium ions pass back and front between the electrodes during charging and the discharging process. That means anode to cathode, cathode to anode. Because of this reason, the lithium ion batteries are called rocking chair and swing cells. A typical lithium ion battery can store around 150 watts per hours of electricity in 1 kilogram of battery. As compared to lead acid battery can store only 25 watts per hours of electricity in 1 kilogram. So it is storing around 150 watts per hour, but it is storing 25 watts per hour in 1 kg of battery. So it is having more storage capacity compared to the lead acid battery. So all rechargeable batteries suffer from self-discharge when stored or not in use. So whatever the battery, when we are using or not using, there is a self-discharging. So even our battery also, our lithium ion battery also a self-discharge, but it is around 3 to 5% of self-discharge in lithium ion battery for 30 days of storage. Yes, so it is very less. So only 3 to 5% of self-discharge takes place in 30 days of storage, but that is depends upon the battery. Well, all lithium ion batteries are not same. If the battery is having the name of lithium ion, all lithium ion batteries are not same. Maybe anode and cathode same, but electrolyte will be different. I already told you that electrolyte plays an important role in this. Based on the electrolyte only, the ability of lithium ions are transferred from anode to cathode here. So let us see what are the advantages, disadvantages and applications of lithium ion batteries. They have high energy density than other rechargeable batteries. They are less weight. They produce high voltage, about 4 voltage as compared with other batteries. They have improved safety, that is more resistance to over recharge. No liquid electrolyte means they are immune from leaking. Fast charging and discharging rate. Disadvantages, they are very expensive. They are not available in standard cell types. I told you now, because all the electrolytes are not same, so those are not available in the standard type. Applications of lithium ion battery. The lithium ion batteries are used in cameras, calculators, smartphones and most of the consumer electronic devices. They are used in cardiac pacemakers and other implantable devices. Electric vehicles, because of their lightweight lithium ion batteries, are used for propelling a wide range of electric vehicles such as aircraft, electric cars, pedelecs, hybrid vehicles, advanced electric wheelchairs, radio control models, model aircraft and the Mars Curiosity rover. Even in power tools also lithium ion batteries plays an important role here. Lithium ion batteries are used in tools such as cordless drills, sanders, saws and variety of garden equipment including whippers, nippers and hedge trimmers. Yes, so here all these are the applications of lithium ion battery. Thank you so much.